Thank you for joining me for yoga today. So grab your yoga strap and we're going to get started seated. So before we do anything else, let's sit, settle, and land in this moment. So find yourself a comfortable position, put your back against the back of the chair, put your feet on the floor, and just kind of wiggle in. Make sure both your hip bones are seated, settled, and seated. And we're going to get started. So ready, we're gonna roll the back, sweep the arms up. We're just gonna take a moment. Inhale, kind of settle into our practice. Bring the hands down through the center line. One more time, we're gonna sweep it up. Reach for the ceiling, inhale. And we're gonna just take a moment. So let the eyes close, let the hands come to rest on the lap. Find a comfortable place. The eyes closed and settle into the stillness. Just begin to notice the breath. Let the rest of the day go. You're here for the next half hour. Nowhere to go, nothing to do but a little gentle yoga. So following the breath as it comes in and goes out. Breathe in a little deeper and exhale a little longer. Just following the breath. Elongating it a little more than you think you should. Long, slow, gentle inhale. Full, deep exhale. Letting go of the thoughts and the cares. And arriving in the moment. The most important part of the yoga practice is finding the moment. With your eyes still closed and your shoulders against the back of the chair, drop your chin to your chest, shoulders back. There's a little bit of tension there. Just let the chin drop down. And just leave the eyes closed. See if you can sneak up on any tension in the back. Chin goes down. Might notice a little tension along the shoulders. Take a breath and imagine that breath going to the shoulder blades. And imagine them just dropping down. Breathing in and sending that breath there and allowing it to relax and drop. Maybe there's tension at the top of the neck. Same thing. Just check in and see if that's where the tension is today. Maybe it's at the top, up at the occipital. Breathe in and wait for it to relax. Finding a little patience in the practice. Notice your impatience if that's showing up here today too. Catch the next inhale and ride it up as you point the chin at the ceiling with your eyes still closed. Shoulders are still down and back. Looking up at the ceiling as if you could. You need to use the eyes with the eyelids closed as if you're looking up. So we're stretching out those eyes. And notice any tension that's in the front of the neck. Anything that's following the collarbone. And again, finding in breath. Take that breath to the tension and imagine it melting away. And then bring the chin back to the chest. Let the eyes open. Bring your fingers to the collarbone. See if you bring that chin down, can you just feel into the bottom of the collarbone? Just kind of pressing in. The chin down, maybe you can even wrap your fingers around it. And feel it, and with the breath, you'll notice it moves. And then slowly and gently, take the chin up towards the ceiling again. Feel that stretch. Feel those muscles. They forget they're there. they hold tension anyway. Pull the head forward, cause us to round. So let's loosen them up. Remind them to relax. Bring the chin back down to the chest. Maybe reset your fingers. Take it in. Roll those fingers in. Maybe they go in a little further this time. Maybe you notice. And then find a smile. It'll change the muscles at work. And take the chin to the ceiling. Excuse me. Looking up at the ceiling. Find a smile. Notice the difference. And release and let go. And just kind of wobble the head at first. Take it left and right, looking side to side. Let your eyes go with the movement. And come back to center. Just going to wobble the occipital ridge. So we're going to make little figure eights with your nose as if you could follow a thing. So you're looking a little bit up, a little bit down, maybe make it a little bit bigger. What that's doing is loosening up the muscles in the upper back again. Just kind of wobbling that little occipital ridge. Big figure eights. And then pause. And see if you can do it in reverse just because it's funny. It's hard to get there. So big figure eights. And one more for that neck. And bring it back to center and make big circles. Imagine drawing circles with the nose. This will take care of any migraines and headaches and tension and stress in the neck. Moving it in all the directions. And bring it back to center and look left. And look right. Left again. Take it over. Follow it with your eyes. Look behind. When you get to the right, come back to center and drop that ear to the shoulder. Make sure the shoulder stays down. Find the stretch on the left. Shoulder goes down. And then comes up. And then goes down. Right ear, right shoulder. Make sure the shoulder goes down. Maybe just drop it down there. That arm is not lifting. And come up. And last time, one more time, take that left arm down. Just bring the shoulder down and the ear down and see what goes on in the side of the neck. And come back. And just come back to center. Wobble a little bit. Scooch forward a little bit. We come into a little bit more motion. This time we're going to tuck the chin. We're going to round the back, stretching out that spine. And then we're going to look down at the floor, look down at your toes, round the back. Ride the next inhale as the nose comes towards the ceiling and the heart comes forward. Take the shoulders back and take it back down. Looking down at the floor, the back rounds and the chin tucks, and the nose points down at the toes. And then inhale. Looking up at the ceiling, the heart comes forward. Chin goes up, nose is up at the ceiling. Roll it down. We're going to add on. So we're going to add those arms as you look down. Bring the hands together, palms together in the front. Around the back, even just a little bit further out. Maybe the palms touch, maybe they don't. Listen to your shoulders as you do. Touch it down. And then inhale, great big giant movement. Shoulders come back, palms and fingers are active. Look up at the ceiling. Heart comes forward. We're exaggerating that same motion we just did. Palms come forward, back comes around. Tucking the chin around the back. And then inhale and blossom open. Take it up, look up at the ceiling. Really stretch out those arms, bring the shoulder blades together. We've moved a little bit lower in the spine in the front, in the spine and in the front, looking back. How the opening up, all the muscles in the chest that help us round, which we don't want to be doing, all connect right here. So take those arms out as wide as they can go, activate the hands, look up at the ceiling, and then bring it back down. around the back. Last one, we're going to take our arms out, just shoulder height and pause. Arms are wide. Take the right hand to the left leg and airplane that left arm back. Find your first twist. Again, looking behind, maybe your eyes look a little further behind. Stretch it out. And inhale. Sweep the arms around, same thing, reach them up. Great big motion, sweep it around to the other side. And turn. Looking behind you, looking back. Good twist. Just going as far as your spine will go today. And come back to center. Let's do one more just because it feels good. It's so good for the back and spine. Looking around. All of the nerves in the body run through the spine at some point. So keeping it open with space, super important. And to the other side. And center. You got it. Just kind of wiggle it out just in case anything got stuck. Take the legs a little wider. Again, just kind of make those micro movements that make you feel good. Take the legs a little bit wider than the chair. We want a good stretch here. Bring the fingers to the knees. You made it this far. Let's go down the spine a little bit. We're going to do a little side bending coming from this side. We're coming right up out of the hip. We're going to lean way over. Then come up and lean over. And we're going to go a little further, bringing the armpit towards the knee. Slide that one arm down, maybe take the other arm up. And just make a nice, fluid, gentle motion. Taking it over, sliding down. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Just a little gentle movement to get the body moving this morning. Take it over and back. One more. We're going to lift it up. Let's take that top arm. Maybe it goes up and you look up at it. Maybe it even drapes over. But roll the shoulder back. Open it up wide. See where it goes. One arm is down, the armpits towards the knee. The other arm is raising to the ceiling. Look up at that arm. Really spread the fingers. Add that extra energy. Come on back up and slide on back down the other side. Find the place that works for you. It's going to be different on this side. So let that arm drape down. Take that other arm up. Look up at that hand. Roll the shoulders backward on one over here. One open. Great big movement. As if the sun were shining on your face. You really want to pull into it. Open up. Come back to center. And swing these legs back forward. Move down into the mid-spine with that twist and that lean. We're going to slide right on down to the low back. So coming down, bring the belly button down first as we come into that first forward fold of the day. Coming down, we're just getting warmed up. Slide on down, let the hands drip down the legs. Reach down towards the floor, tuck the chin. See what happens. Feel that spine long. It should be tingling. Everything should have woken up by now. Let it drape down. You got it. One more great big breath. Slide on up with the inhale. Bring it up. Roll the shoulders back. You got it. Round the back. Just tilt the pelvis. We're down at the bottom of that spine. Working the sacrum. Just rocking in and out. But make sure it's coming from the pelvic bowl here. Little tilt. Just a little tilt similar to the one we did in down dog. But both hips are on the chair. Going down. One more time. And come up. Actually, we'll do one more time. And we use that forward motion to take us to a stand. There it is. Around the chair. Do a little balancing. I come diagonal so you can see where I am. But before I do it, take your legs out as wide as the chair's legs. There we are. Take a great big inhale. Reach it up. Reach for the ceiling. Inhale. Bring the back of the palms together this morning. And then bring it down. Nice and slow. Crisscross it in the front. We're going to round the back. See that cat-cow movement coming back in. Sweep the arms up. Bring the heart forward. Just back bend at the top this time. Reaching tall. And rolling down. Bend the back. Inhale. Take it up. Reach for the sky. Arms crisscross at the top. heart comes forward. See the back bend, bring it down, and sweep it in front. This time we're gonna come up. Inhale, reach for the ceiling, bring the palms together at the top, or maybe grab one wrist. We're coming over into our first side bend. Take it over. Make sure the shoulders are rolling back. And look up under the armpit. And just look up. And come back to center. Change the clasp of the hands. Feet are nice and wide. Good wide base. Best for stability. Roll it back. And bend over. Take it over. And come up. Inhale. This time, take that same side leg and take it behind. So now it's going back. Your feet are crisscrossed, so be careful. Have your chair there for space or for support if you like. We've got one arm, we're going to take it over. Roll the shoulder back. It's the same motion, but now the legs are crossed and it's coming up out of the hip. Bring that arm down, crisscross it, sweep it up one more time. Take it up on this side, lean on it over. Look up under that arm. Yours doesn't have to look like mine. It has to feel good in your body is where we're going. Let it down. Bring the legs wide. Now let's take it up on the other side. Nothing tricky today. Take it up or reach for the ceiling. And now you know where we're going. Have your chair there if you need it and want it. Roll that shoulder back. Feel all the stretch out. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of the muscles from the shoulder that cause us to round actually connect over here. So take it up one more time. Sweep it up, reach for the ceiling, and lean it over. Take it down. So you never really think of that area, but it's super important. Take the same side arm behind. Check your balance. Got your chair if you need it. And sweep that arm up, reach for the sky. So we're coming up out of the hip. Roll that shoulder back and look up. Careful of that low back. It's a little tight. It gets a little tight doing this move. So take it over and back and let it down. Got it. And just rock the shoulders from side to side. Take the legs wide. Just working out that low back. Throw some hip into it. And this time I want you to take it all of the weight over into that hip. And just let it stretch. Like all of the weight. Maybe come up on this toe. And then take it over. You should feel that slide down that outside of the hip and take it over. Sloshing the weight over and back. This time we're going to take that toe and land it on the other toe. So now all the weight is stuck in that one hip. You're on one leg. So take it over. Tuck the tail under, roll the shoulders back. We're standing up super tall. We got the chair here. And just feel that balance. Let it wiggle and adjust. Notice what's going on in the feet. It's compensating. It's looking for that perfect line. Shoulders are back. We've got a low tree. And see what happens if you let go. Is your balance there today? Doesn't, just check in with it. And then find a different place. If you usually bring your leg up for tree, see what happens if you bring it low. What now? Open that. Roll that knee back. Find your tree. And let it be wobbly. Let it be blowing in the wind. That's what trees do anyway. So play with it. If it comes up, sweep it up, roll the shoulders back, roll the hands back, the arms together. Let it be what it is, but let it wobble if it wobbles. If you fall out, just come back. Nice and gentle. Take it in, sweep it up, just reaching for the up out of the back. Big inhale, exhale. We're gonna take that leg straight back behind you. This is a small lunge, not a big one. Feet are maybe half a lunge distance apart. Bend that front knee and say good morning to that hamstring. Just a little bit of a push. And then straighten that front leg. Check and see where your hips are. You want them nice and level. There's a tendency to kick one out, push it back in, and slide that knee down. There it is, good stretch. Come back up. We're gonna get a little tricky on this side, so grab your chair if you got it. Coming up, shoulders back, bend that knee. Here's where it gets tricky. And we're gonna roll up right onto that knee and bring that straight up. So in tree, our hip was open. Here, where hip is in. Hip is closed, knee is high. And now we're gonna super slow and gentle set it back, and try not to just thump it back. Don't just dump it back there. Find your lunge. Again, slow and gentle. Bring it up. It's actually harder to go slow than it is to step in. So take it back. Last time. You got it. Bring it in, bring it up. And if you want, you can set it down. If you're feeling a little spunky today, lean forward and take it straight back. Point the toes at the floor. Check and see if your hips are square. Again, chance. Here's a place where the hips like to hike up. Roll it back down. Foot points at the floor. Push out through the heel. Hug the thigh bone. Tighten that quad up and lift the kneecap. And you'll find that leg's more active and it'll stay up better. Whew, and that was a lot for those legs. So take it out. We did the whole side. Let's do the other, just for fun. Right, so we're on the second side. This is the hard part. Right, we do the active part. We'll go back to sitting. So we're standing tall. Yeah, right? We're gonna take the knee back. No, we're not. We're gonna bring it right on top. We were doing the low tree series. Right, so tuck the tail under, lift the arms up, and shoulders back. Find your tree. Remember your chair's there, no worries. And then play with it and let the foot wobble. It's trying to keep you straight. It's kind of a miracle. It's amazing the body works at all. Everything is connected. It's all interdependent. It's crazy. Bring it down. So play with that. And then let it go. And then find your tree. Maybe it's here, maybe it's higher. Figure it out where it's most comfortable, where you can find it. And you'll notice it's not only is it different on each side, where your center of balance is, so where you put it changes how the balance works and where you have to move the body, because the physics of it all. Anyway, take that knee open, find your tree. Ooh, there we go. Sweep it up. Or reach for the sky. You got it. Play with it, let it wobble. Feel free to fall out and come back in. And just sway in the wind with your tree. And then set it down. Now, coming in for those hamstrings, let's take it back. And give it a little, there we go. Bend the front knee, that's where we are. Bring it in, step it up. And push it down. And bring it up. Go down just enough to feel the hamstring, but keep the heel on the floor. There's a couple of muscles in the heel you want stretching. And then bring it up. And then push down. So the heel's got to stay wants to stay on the floor. If it doesn't, step in. We've done enough for the hamstrings. We'll do more. So coming up and back. And up. I think we did one more on this side that we did the other. And down. All right, drop that knee one last time. This is the time we bring that knee up with us. So get ready. Bounce off of it nice and slow. Bring it up, straight up in front of you. Point the toe down. Ooh, there it is. All right. And set it back. Down, nice and slow. Right. And bring it in and up. And set it back down. Notice the work in the working leg. And down. All right. Third time's a charm. There it is. Point the toes. Bring it up as high as it'll go. Whatever's right for you, bring it in. All right, here's where it goes back. So grab your chair. Maybe you've got the balance. Point the toes at the floor. Drop the hip bone down towards the floor. Lean in. Lift that leg up as far as it wants to go today. Just look nice and long. You got it. And bring it in. And set it down. And just stretch those out. Love it. That was a lot for the legs. A little bit more for the arms. And we have gone around the body today. So come on back to the chair. Grab your strap. Do a couple with the strap. Oops. So grab your strap. I got my fancy one today with little hand grips and everything. It's fantastic if you've got any arthritis or hand grip issues. So it's got little grippy things. Love it. All right, so we're gonna take it out about shoulder distance. Or arms about shoulder distance. Arms all the way expanded. There we go. And we're just gonna take it up. We've got the band to stretch it. Try and keep the back straight at first. So the back's nice and tall. Take the arms back gently. Here's a pretty great stretch deep into the shoulders, so be careful with it. Then bring it back a little bit. Back staying straight. The shoulders go. This is really working just the shoulder blades here. Well, nothing works just anything, but so let's work the shoulders. Take it back. Bring it back. We're trying to pull it back just a little bit more than it normally goes. Just surprise it. Just stretch it. Remind it can go that far. And then let it come back down. And we're going to take it and just let the arm go. Especially if you've got any shoulder issues, be very gentle. Swing it back behind you. Grab your top of your strap with one hand and take that elbow towards the ceiling. It's gonna have to roll back, but then we're gonna reach around behind and grab your strap with the other hand. And we're gonna lift up and feel a stretch and pull that shoulder back so that you wanna feel the stretch here and you wanna feel the stretch as it comes up. So let me grab it back, there we go. Lift up, feel that stretch, roll that shoulder back. Both shoulders actually go back. And then point the elbow to the ceiling and pull down. And then lift up, take it up all the way. Feel that stretch on the outside of the arm, the outside of the shoulder. And pull it back down. And up. Take it up, big stretch, shoulder goes back, arm gets looser. Then relax it, both unwind a little bit. We're gonna change arms, nothing fancy here. And take it up, roll that strap behind you. Reach around and grab it. Notice which one's different. This is my tighter side. So roll that shoulder towards, elbow towards the ceiling. This other shoulder up. Walk your hands up the strap if you got it. And lift. Notice where the tension is. Notice the difference. One side's always got a little more space. One side's just not playing today. And that's normal. And then pull it down so that elbow goes in the ceiling to the ceiling on the top. Take it back. Nice and gentle. Feel a stretch. And then take it up. Lifting up that back arm as far as it wants to go. This side's not wanting to go very far. So just give it a little extra help. And then drop it down. Pull that elbow up to the ceiling. Last time. And then lift. Last one for that bottom arm. Take it up. And let it go and bring it down. You can drop your shoulders or drop your strap right on the back of your chair and just wiggle those arms out. Give them a good stretch or a good release. Let's make some circles with your arms. That can be a lot on the shoulders. Always be gentle there. But great place to stretch so we don't round. We want to open. Always want to be pulling away here. Bring those shoulder blades together and open the heart. All right, coming back, scooch back on the chair. Inhale, let's do one more forward fold. But first we're gonna go down, about halfway. So bring the belly button down first. You're hinging from the hips. You want to feel the pelvis just kind of tilt. And then lean forward. Bring the heart forward, bring the belly button forward. I got my legs as wide as the chair so I can get a little bit more out of that last forward fold of the day. Roll it down gently and then tuck the chin last and look underneath the chair. Inhale and just relax and release and let it all go. See if you can melt any tension that's in your back. Bring the breath to it. Notice anything that's a little jammed up. Send it some love. Tuck the chin under. And slowly and gently roll back up. Let the hips come down. Let the shoulders come up last. Roll the shoulders back. Take it down. Sweep the arms up. Reach for the ceiling. Inhale, look up at your palms as they come together, and then bring the hands down to your heart center. Let the eyes close. As we close the practice, back in the beginning, always reminding ourselves to stay in the moment, to always come back to the breath. The eyes be gentle. And call to mind your favorite place, the place where your soul feels at home. And allow the body to feel it. Allow the smile to come across your face. And just be there. Maybe hear waves crashing in the background, or a gentle rumble of leaves. Wherever that favorite place is, hear the sounds. Feel the air. Notice the smells. Gentle fragrances. Maybe there's flowers. Maybe there's sandy beaches. Wherever you are. Just spending a moment there. Let it fill up your senses. And find that smile. And remember those moments. And feel the love and the gratitude, the joy that was there in that moment. And bring that thought into your heart. Let the hands drift down. On the next inhale, we swoop them up to close the practice. We bring the palms together one last time. Coming down through heart center. And allow the eyes to drift open. And thank you for joining me.